Good morning. It's December 18th, 2025. Probably the last video I'll make this year as a little update. As the leaves are falling, these fruits we'll probably never see ripening. Got a whole bunch of pomegranates here. Apples have yet to go dormant. This is my Fuji Golden Dorset, which is odd because this is probably the coldest part of the yard. So, wondering why these have not gone dormant yet. Probably hasn't been cold enough. But I know have hit lows, high 40s on this side of the yard because it's always shaded. This Monterey pear, that one's actually going pretty dormant, dropping all its leaves here. Still got the irrigation going twice a week, very little. That's probably a reason why I might need to shut that off. I'll probably try that out here shortly. Done some lime quat. Very good. Got my lemons starting to turn. Cara orange is blowing up. I had a fatality. I let all these fruit. It's the first year, first year I let it fruit. However, I think it had to do with this guy. When I was doing some yard work, I hit the graft point with the shovel on accident, like right on the graft point. And it stunted the actual rootstock, it looks like. The tree, in my opinion, it wasn't getting fed the right nutrients, maybe because it stunted the rootstock, or it wasn't the right rootstock, who knows. Rootstock wasn't good for the soil, not sure. Hey, what are you doing, mister? Oh, almost dropped the phone. You eating all my oranges, my orange leaves? So, got to replace that. The different orange. You got, what is this here? Apricot is going dormant. Avocado's looking good out there in the corner. How juicy that is. Delicious. 3-in-1 peach, banana. I probably gotta feed this more. I'm just throwing all my grass clippings. Throwing my grass clippings on there for the nitrogen. I'm hoping it doesn't start to stink on me. But this next year, I'm gonna start giving it some more fertilizer, because the girth of that trunk for 9 months is not big at all. So we'll see. Might have to cut those down and let the pups grow. Probably cut back this moringa here next couple weeks as well. Yeah, I gotta slow these down because it's a lot of water for this time of year. No, I'll adjust that later. But mulberry. That's the good old Florida Prince, looking good. What's up, Canelo? Let's see. Oh, I got my what is this here? Variety. Frederick passion fruit, and I got the old purple possum here. So thinking of putting those in ground next spring. They're kind of not doing much right now just because they're in pots. Everything else on my tropical section I have covered up because this is the last year I could probably keep them covered. I got my stone fruits over here, waiting for those to drop leaves, as well as my white or green mulberry. Not covering up my sapodillas, Alano and butterscotch over there, just because they're pretty cold hardy for the most part. I'm hoping that that's all it needs. Oh, excuse me. Just a little coverage. Let's see here. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what we got over here. Now, all right. So we got this bad boy right here. That's my Kathy. This is the ruby red, not the supreme, just the red. And I got my neem tree over here. Mandarin. Okay, now for the tropical section here. Cac mango. This one has been through it. I kind of put it through all the stress that it's going through, actually. I didn't like the weeping that it had. Clipped it back ridiculous, and it's had a lot of struggles, a lot of dieback. I'm rooting for it though. Looks like it's about to flower. Certain sections, but that one set back a little while. This is a K3 Kathy mango. It has some awesome growth pattern to it. Ruby red. Got the neem tree back over here. I was just a little guy when I planted that one. This is my Kahala longan. Got a lot of new growth on this as well. Dusari mango. Jaboticaba. That one's put on a lot of new growth here. Red Baron peach. Threw a little bit of a mix in there with the tropicals. This is the, what is it? Ruby red grapefruit. Got some fruits here. This is the, I thought it was the Mexican guava, but after tasting it, tasted like a sour green apple. So it's probably like an Asian thing. I'm not quite sure what Asian guava. I'm not quite sure. I don't know my varieties when it comes to flavor, but this one is already looking like it's pushing some new, what is this, flowers here. That one's nice. My ice cream bean over here. Royal Poinciana. No, this is a Karen Michelle. Also cut that back and it hadn't done much, but it does look like it wants to push flowers. I will not let this be flowering. Moved my what is it, Shangri-La mulberry. I had it planted over here, brought it over here so that way I could shade all this area. Some Kerry mango. Pushing a lot of new flowers here. That one looks like it's gonna be, I'll probably let that one fruit. This is Super Julie. Yeah, Super Julie here. And behind it there is a tropical pink guava. Let's see what I got. Over here is the sugar cane. My Taiwanese jujube. Santa Rosa plum, sugar cane. You know, I haven't been over here in a while. This is I relocated my worm farm. I haven't seen this in a while, but I got some worms. Looks like they might be pretty happy in here. Looks like a little wet, maybe. But yeah, I just throw all my scraps in there. And it looks like it's empty. I got a couple just potted stuff over here, plumeria. Just Disneyland, excuse me, a couple months ago, and these were growing in one of the hotels we were staying at, the Candy Cane Inn Express, and had the landscaper clip me off a few. Those are pretty nice succulents. And just some Duke de Venus here. Let's see what we got on this side. Excuse me. think this one's done for, Gonzo. Yeah, unfortunate. Overwatered that bad boy. And the Sprite and Cherry Plum mixed with the Bright Delight. Man, that would have been good. But it's all right. Live and learn. Desert Gold Peach. This here was M4. The M4 mango. Doesn't look like this side's been seeing a lot of cold yet. So it hasn't really thrown that into flowering mode. Lemon meringue. Also, that's stunted after I clipped it back. If anything, I learned my lesson on don't do over like 30% in trimming all of your, limbs or what have you, because it will shock them if they're not a very vigorous grower. Coconut cream. I'm gonna have to loosen this bad boy up. Oh yeah, I was choking it out a little bit. Coconut cream. This one, we'll see. This my San Paris. This is another one I cut back like 60% because I didn't like the drooping. I should have just let it grow how it wants. It's probably dead up to like right here. But again, we'll see if that makes it through. Barbados cherry. I have this popped up with some string. Got a few cherries this year. First year fruiting. That was nice. It's a tropical white guava. I've heard mixed reviews on this. Not sure how that's gonna taste, but it'll provide some good protection. This is my Molix. That's how you pronounce it, Sapodilla. This thing is growing crazy fast. It's a super quick grower. I'm very impressed with it. Got some succulents down over here. That's helping it out. Got some propagating more of this. Hey, is that a pepper? That might be a pepper. That's crazy. But yeah, these are really pretty. This has one. What is this? This is quinoa. Not sure it's the only one that it produced. This is a orange sherbet. Mango here. This was a Pickering that I cut back like an idiot, and it died back all the way to the rootstock. However, I'm letting the rootstock grow, so if that does good, I could possibly just graft onto one of these. I might just pull this out, who knows? Depending if it's growing crazy, who knows? Might just start with something else. I have a seedling by my other guava that I might use as a grafting point. What is that over here? This right here. Is that a root? No. Yeah, this has been in the ground for a year, believe it or not. This is my Suriname cherry. Not sure what variety, but very slow grower. And over here, this is a Dancy Mandarin. Probably take one of these off. I'm planning on grafting one of these onto one of these once this is established. As you can tell, it's got a lot of dieback. Not quite sure if it's got to adjust the soil or the shock of getting planted. Not sure, but yeah, these, how easy it is to peel that. Awesome. Excited about that one. But yeah, as far as all that goes, it's kind of my December, end of the year update. Probably get back at it here in February or so. Not much is going to happen here in the next couple month or so, but we'll catch you up then.